Hey everybody, welcome back to 2 Acres Evolving. Today I'm going to be working in my backyard. I have a flower bed that I want to plant some annuals in, and then I need to also go in and deadhead my rose bushes. But before I get into these projects today, you all have probably noticed that I haven't been posting as often as I normally do. So I wanted to address that real quick. I have been extremely busy at work. We've had actually mandatory overtime. So it's been very difficult for me to get out here and do any projects because I've been working so much. I am very, very grateful for all the overtime that I've been able to get, but it's putting a strain on all of my projects that I've been able to do outside. So I just want you all to know that I am not going anywhere. It's just been a little bit more difficult for me to get out and do projects right now. But there is some light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully I'll be able to get out and do more videos here very soon. But anyway, let me go ahead and turn the camera around real quick and show you what areas I'm gonna be working in. Okay, so this is the flower bed that I'm gonna be working in. I already have 3 canna plants planted in the center. These will get about 5 feet, maybe upwards of 6 feet tall, and they'll bloom red. So I wanted something to fill in this flower bed completely. Something that'll help with weed suppression, and I want the entire bottom of this flower bed completely covered in color. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to be planting this Supertunia Really Red, and these are going to be going around the edge of this flower bed all the way around. And then I also have Supertunia Vista Silverberry. And these get a little bit bigger than the red ones, so these I'm gonna have fill in the entire center of the flower bed and around all the canna plants. And these have a white bloom with a, if I can get it to focus, there we go, with a purple center. And these silverberry, out of all the Supertunias I've used so far, the silverberry is the one that smells really good. It has a really strong scent. So I'm going to be using a lot of these for the center of this bed. Now I have a drill here with an auger bit on it. This is normally used to plant bulbs, but it's the perfect size to go in and plant these 4-inch cans. And I've already drilled one hole right here. So I'm going to be using that to make this process a little bit quicker. And then the red ones I'm going to space out about 18 inches apart. And then the silverberry, these are the Vista, these are the Supertunia Vistas, and they get a little bit more aggressive. So I'm going to be planting those about 2 feet apart from each other. And ignore this side over here. I'm currently working on this flower bed over here. I've got to get that all taken care of and mulched, but that's for another day. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just get the camera set up and get these planted. Okay, so what I was doing there is I was just going through, I'm going to be planting the Supertunia Vista Silverberry about 2 feet apart from each other. So I was just going through making lines that were 2 feet apart just to use as a guide. And then I will go in and dig the holes just like I did for the red ones along each of those lines. Okay, so I got everything planted and I cannot wait for all this to grow in. These plants will completely cover this flower bed with red, white, and purple. And then the cannas will grow up about 5 to 6 feet tall and bloom red at the top. So I think that this is going to look really good once everything grows in. It needs to warm up a little bit. Right now it's been in the 70s and 80s and we've been getting a lot of rain. But once it starts getting up into the 90s, these Supertunias and the Canna plants are really going to take off. So now I'm going to go ahead and get started on the rose bushes. Okay, I'm going to be working on these 3 David Austin roses. And then I have a rose bush out front that I need to work on as well. These had blooms all over it. As you can see, there are a lot of spent blooms on it that I need to go in and deadhead. But we had a rainstorm come through and it wrecked all the blooms. All right, so what you'll want to do when you go in and deadhead your rose bushes, you'll want to go in and cut right above a branch with 5 leaves. That will allow a new shoot to go up to bloom. I got you as close as I can here. I hope you can see it. But I have this branch right here with all these spent blooms on it. So I'm going to go down to the first set of 5 leaves, which is right here. And you don't necessarily have to stop at that one. You can keep going down to the next set of 5 leaves. But I don't really want to go down that far, so I'm just going to cut this off right here. And then that will allow it to send up a new shoot and bloom. So you'll run into branches with only 3 leaves, like this one right here. I don't know how well you can see that, but this one right here, I would skip that one and go down to the next one that has 5 leaves to ensure that it sends up a shoot that will bloom. So I'm just going to get the camera set up and get all these cleaned up. All right, so I got all the petunias planted and the rose bushes cleaned up, so I think that's a pretty good day today. I found out that we're probably going to be getting some bad storms tomorrow, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that those petunias will not be damaged too bad. We'll wait and see what happens. And also, this is going to be the first storm that will come through with me having the greenhouse up, so I'll be able to let you all know how it withstands the storm. They're saying that the winds can get up to 80 to 100 miles an hour, so we'll see what happens. Thank you all so much for your patience while my video schedule is a little off right now. I think that the mandatory overtime is going to be starting to wind down a little bit at work, so I'll be able to get more videos done over the summer. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.